Hey y'all, this is Auntie Angel. Hopefully all your days are going okay and you're having a great day today. I'm so overwhelmed by this life, I'm telling you. When I started this channel, I didn't know what I was going to base it upon because I'm a grieving widow and I also have sibling grief and I suffer from depression. But I never want to be a Debbie Downer. I just want to keep it 100 with everybody. But I'm telling you, this life will really make you turn ratchet because I'm trying to be the best person that I can be and stay in my character, because people that don't have anything to lose will definitely make you come out your character, and it's not worth it. They'll make you lose everything that you have because they don't have anything. I have had my whole life sacrificing for others while I put myself on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a need and a necessity. Like, for example, I had to fight for my son years ago with his education. You know what I'm saying? While it tore me down and wore me out. But at the end of the day, I was grateful that we got things going. So now, if you see in my profile that I am taking care of my great nephew. I've been taking care of him since he was 5 years old. And I was given guardianship from his mother because she was having a hard time, which she's my niece. So, yeah, I said, yeah, I sure enough would take him. You know, number one, because CPS was called in and it was involved. So, without any hesitation, I agreed to take him, to take him. And at that time, my husband was sick, and he wasn't as sick, when I first got my nephew, because he was still mobile and able to do certain things. Still needed some assistance and everything. But at the end of the day, I was juggling both. Thank God that my son was able to step in and assist, and giving me the support that I needed while I worked, because thing needs to be taken care of, and I needed to work. So, because I was never the type to sit around and collect welfare, because it just wasn't enough to take care of my family and the needs that we had. I've just never, I didn't grow up that way. And, I'm not down on anybody, because if you need it, you need it. But at the end of the day, I worked and I took care of what needed to be taken care of until I had to abruptly retire because my husband got sick. Okay, we didn't know how bad things were, until, later on down the line. He had renal failure and diastolic heart failure. So he was not going to recover, and he didn't qualify to get a kidney transplant because his heart was so bad he would have never survived it anyway. So he had strokes, and he used to have seizures and everything, and epileptic seizures. And I mean, it was rough. And at the end of the day, I would do it all over again if it was necessary to take care of him. I took care of him until the day he died. So my nephew, in the process, he was 5 years old. He had learning needs, and we got him registered and situated in a school where he can go to school closer to where I live at, because it wasn't to keep him officially, but when I saw the need, that there was no way my niece could handle it and get the things set up the way that she needed to have it set up, to give him a stable place to live and everything. I stepped in. So I got him registered in school, and I had to shut down my day at 1 o'clock because he just couldn't handle it. He would tear up the classroom, take his shoes and socks off. He would hide underneath the desk. He was just having a total fit. So because we had such a good support system in his homeschool, we got him set up for another program that was still right around the corner in a good school. Same school, same type of school setting, not the same school, same type of school setting, but they just had an extra support program in there that helped with emotional disorder kids. So through that, I had to sign him up for therapy. I had to go to therapy with him as the caregiver. So when he reached the age of 9, that's where I am now. He's in there having a therapy session. He can go in to see the therapist by himself. But see, this is relationships that we've built all this time. And I've gotten him back on grade level. He's He's functioning properly, where he's learning how to work through his frustration. It's not so much crash out time. You know what I'm saying? He's able to get himself together. We're trying to get him to use his words more, when he gets frustrated. He's almost at the point to where he could be in a regular classroom setting. But because of the fact that he's still suffering from emotional distress, not as severe as it was, but he's not ready to be independently all by himself in a regular classroom setting. So he still has to have, his IEP. And he's a wonderful child. He's not a child that misbehaves. He's very, very polite. He's a well-rounded young man. And she wants to abruptly take him out of my care and put him somewhere with her in some school. She doesn't even know what type of program he's in. She doesn't know the severity of his emotional disorder. And then on top of it, therapy. She needs therapy herself. So how are you going to be able to do anything for him if you need to get some therapy yourself? At the end of the day, I'm fighting a battle where I have to fight for him. And not only him, his sister. Because I see that whenever we offer her anything, she takes it as an attack on her. And I just think it's ridiculous. If somebody is helping you, trying to help you to try to better your life, I don't understand why it's always got to be an attack. You know what I'm saying? Why do you take it as an attack all the time? You know what I'm saying? Because I had offered to put her in a private daycare program for preschool age, just to get her ready for the school system. It's to prepare her. You know what I'm saying? It's to prepare her because of the fact that her brother had such a hard time when he started out. I don't want to see her go through that. And I know with everything that I went through with my nephew, my niece is not going to be able to handle that because she's young in age. You can't tell her shit. She knows everything. And she's very petty, manipulative, and she's not a very nice person at the end of the day. Because we had a discussion and she blatantly told me in my face how she felt about me. So she's been harboring all these feelings about me the whole time while I've had her son, because I won't go ahead and openly just give her back her son like that when I know it's not in his best interest. She thinks it's based upon benefits. And I was trying to tell her, you know what? I don't know what you got with these benefit thing. Maybe that's the reason why you want them, is because you want more benefits or whatever you're trying to do. Because you got something brewing. Because all this, it just comes up from out of nowhere every time. So she keeps going back and forth to Reynolds Court for not paying rent. But yet you want me to turn him over to you, and you're telling me that you have a social worker that's going to help you with this, your social worker that's going to help you with that. Why would you want to disrupt something that's already working? So she has taken my peace from that. She's taken my peace because now I have to fight even harder. Not to mention I'm already fighting the state of Maryland about my disability. These people are giving me such a fucking hard time about my shit. I've worked hard. Now that I know, my work credits have expired. So that means I can't get the pay that I should be able to get, for somebody that worked all these many years. Yeah, I turned around and I worked for myself. You know what I'm saying? Even with paying taxes, it was not enough to be taxable. I don't understand that shit. But at the end of the day, I followed through with what I was supposed to do. Okay? So now it seems like we have to fight all over again. There's appeals that we have to do. I'm so fucking tired. I've been fighting this since 2022. I have declined from that time. I haven't worked. I haven't been able to work because of my spine issues. I have spinal stenosis. I used to be a hospice caregiver and med tech and home health aide. And, through years of wear and tear, my body has broken down. I have declined from 2022 to the present. We're in 2026. I'm having a hard time of doing the physical things that I need to do. And because I have to keep going, because I have arthritis. And the last thing you want to do when you have arthritis is to sit still. Because then you're really going to be in trouble and you're really going to be in pain. So I've been trying to maneuver and do the things that I need to do, through assistance and everything. And it's been rough, and I've been fighting ever since. It just seems like I'm constantly fighting all the time. Seems like a war all the time. I don't know if anybody else is going through this and everything, but I'm definitely going to send that letter off to the senator for my state, and see if they can give me some assistance, and my state representative, see if they can give me some assistance on this, of why the state of Maryland refuses to give me what I'm supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? I've paid my taxes. I am now disabled. Who the fuck wants to be disabled? I'm 54. I feel like I'm 150 years old. Who wants to be limited on the amount of money that you can make and what you can do? I would rather be able to move around without pain and live life and take care of myself. I don't feel like I'm an elderly person to where I should be in some type of nursing home or assisted living type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to feel like that? But at the end of the day, I had to file for disability. I have to take care of my family. So I talked to my attorney, my social security attorney, and he goes, "Oh, if you're in debt, you could just file for bankruptcy." What? Sir, I'm pretty sure you got a healthy bank account, okay? When my husband was dying, we almost depleted everything that was, matter of fact, not almost, we depleted everything that was in our savings in the IRA account that we had, okay? And you're talking about filing bankruptcy. I'm talking about basic living. You can't file bankruptcy on paying the light bill. You can't file bankruptcy on paying the rent. I still have to buy groceries and things. Okay. I'm getting tired. I'm really getting tired of trying to be this good person, because I try to have hope for people. And, that's where I get slapped in the face, because you try to treat people the way that you want to be treated. And when you have more hope for a person than they have for themselves, it's a problem, because once they show you who they are and they don't have your best interests at heart, you should automatically believe them, because petty people will never change. Narcissistic people will never change. It's always some type of hidden agenda all the time. You know what I'm saying? That they got going on. As long as they get what they want, they're your best friend. The moment you say no, you don't have it, or you can't do it, or something like that, or something don't go their way, then they in petty mode, attack mode. But see, I can show you better than I can tell you, because I have a lot to lose. Going to court for somebody petty and stupid, to me, that's a waste of time, that likes being in the courthouse. See, to me, that's a waste of time. I don't have time for that. I have not lived my life. Right now, I can just say, I want to live before I die. I've just been sacrificing and existing, taking care of things that need to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Not just playing around with this life, making more problems for myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with cutting people off, with no problem, with no regrets. If I've given you chance after chance, especially if we're family, and I've given you a chance, you know what I'm saying, and you keep doing what you're doing, you can apologize. We could talk and we can move forward. Okay. If you continue to do what you're doing, and it's the wrong thing, and we've already tried to move past this, and you have not changed your actions, and all you did was talk, lip service, and did not change your actions, I have to cut you off. I have to cut you off. There's no way in the world that I can continue to let you play in my face. I don't even care who it is. I have to cut you off. It is such a burden to deal with people that don't have your best interests at heart, or always have some type of sneaky, manipulative way of being. Just being a regular evil ass person. I would rather for you to be a jackass, okay, and for me to know that you're a jackass, than for you to smile up in my face and act like, oh, you got so much of this, these high intentions and you care about me and all this type of stuff. No, just be who you are. That way I know how to deal with you. When I think I'm helping a person and then they turn around and slap me in my damn face, that pisses me off. And then now I'm ready to go about it a different way. I need to cut your ass off. So, being as though I have my nephew. Everybody kept saying, why you don't take her to court? You know he's not good with his mother. You know she's not stable. You know she's not this. You know she's not that. I take that to heart because that's my niece that you're talking about. Regardless of who it's coming from, she's still a mother. And that's still her child. At the end of the day, I have to put myself in her shoes, you know, how she could be feeling. I'm assuming now. Because maybe she just had him just for the fucking benefits. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's looking like to me. It don't look like she have his best interests at heart. At this point. Okay, so we get to this point. And she starts spilling out all this stuff. And she think that I'm not on her side. I'm trying to keep her son away from her. Mind you, every time she call and she want to see him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can see him. I don't have a problem with that. I'm always bringing him to you. She didn't have a car. She doesn't have a car or any way to come get him. So the best thing I could do so that I know he's getting there safely, I'm going to take him and I'm going to pick him up when he needs to be picked up. The only way I don't pick him up is if I don't have any gas, because she's not financially supporting him at all. Okay? I don't have any gas, or he already has something else to do. Something that was already planned. He's 9. I'm trying to keep his brain stimulated, keep him active. Instead of being in the TV, on these cell phones and being on the iPad and being on the VRs and all that type of, that type of stuff, these electronic stuff. Give him something more healthy and productive to do. You know what I'm saying? At age 9. You have to keep kids stimulated and educated at all times. You know what I'm saying? Have some time where you cut out time where they read and that type of stuff. Some type of foundation that's healthy for them. Okay. So you get mad because I can't stop what I'm doing and you're asking me to do these things at the last minute. Okay. Mind you, the time that I took her son, I'm telling her, this is not the time. You gave me your son. You're trusting me to do the best that I can with him. And I've done that. Okay. Because it was a total mess. He was a total mess when I got him. Bless his little heart. He was a total mess. Very disheartening to watch him go through that type of distress. His father and his grandparents have always been in his life, which is an absolute blessing. Anybody that's a bitter baby mom or bitter baby dad, you are an idiot from the pits of hell and you don't think about the kids. Parents are a benefit to the child. Both sets of parents. Unless there's some type of harm coming that threatens the well-being of the child. Then you have a right to go the distance and keeping, limitations on your child to protect your child. But not because you have a problem with the missing spouse, the absent parent. The personal feelings that you harbor. You know what I'm saying? And this is the type of stuff that she does. She's very petty. Very petty. She has no idea about him at all. She don't even know what school he goes to. And she was told what school. You need to be able to be reachable. You have to be reliable when you have kids that have some type of disability that needs your support. She was young. She didn't have that. She didn't have the ability to do all that. And I was able to give her that support. Okay? But you're jumping around from here to here. And every time you get your ass on your back, you disappear or you do something spiteful. Nobody has time for that. I'm good and fucking grown. I have things that I have to do. She ended up having another child. When I told her, when she gave me her son, I said, this is not the time to mess around and do some other crazy stuff. While I have him, stack your paper and change your life. Yeah, she agreed to it. She popped up and got pregnant again. She took this time to wild out and to do what she wanted to do. Now she has another child. Mind you, my sister was raising my nephew, okay, because she got into some trouble when she was incarcerated. So my sister has been taking care of him all his life, okay, since he was born. My niece was 16 when she had him. And we talked to her about this. When you're having a child, this is not just having a baby. They do grow up and you have to pay attention. You have to be responsible, even though she was young. Okay. Telling her all of this. So my sister had him. Then when she had this second baby, my sister had her. She was homeless for quite a while when the baby was an infant. I think my sister took her when she was about 3 to 4, maybe 5 months old, maybe 3 months old. My sister had her, and she let my niece go ahead and do what she needed to do to get her life together. At least the baby was situated. She was in a home where she was going to be okay and taken care of. Okay, while my niece went around and did whatever she wanted to do. And she was saying she was going back and forth and working and making sure everything was taken care of, whatever. Okay, well, whatever. But at the end of the day, you didn't have yourself together to where you was able to take care of your own kids. How are you trying to snatch him away at this present time? And you say you're ready to be his mother, but you're not even situated. You're going around telling people that you're going to move. You don't even know where you're going to move. You don't even know what school you wanted to put them in. My niece, my little baby, great niece, she need to be in preschool right now. She keeps taking her from this place to that place. And the reputation has been there. Like I said, I've always taken up for my niece because she's my niece. I never wanted to take her through any type of legal stuff. Number one, I don't have time for that dumbness. I would rather work with you to get things taken care of properly for the child than to have to go through there and have somebody make decisions on something that's not based upon what it really is between family business and family affairs. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that. And then at the end of the day, I don't want nobody to try to embarrass her or try to cut her down. You know what I'm saying? Based upon maybe her past to the present. But right now, what I'm seeing is I'm going to have to fight for my nephew. All bets is off now. Because at the end of the day, you have insulted me. You think because I don't beef with anybody that I'm on the other person's side. There is no freaking sides here. The main priority is for the best interest of the child. Point blank, period. Anyway, I'm tired of fighting. I'm really tired. But I have to fight on. And I have to even fight even harder. I'm just saying, I'm so tired of dealing with tolerating people. I'm so tired of tolerating people. I just want them to go away. If you don't have anybody's best interest at heart other than yourself, just get the fuck from around me. It's just simple. It's simple. It's simple. All the hidden agendas and stuff, what you do in the dark shall come to the light every time. And best believe karma got everybody's address. I try my hardest not to be this nasty, ratchet person. Try to give people the benefit of the doubt and treat people the way I want to be treated. And I'm seeing now more than ever, you can't be nice. It is too exhausting to walk around feeling frustrated all the time. I'm so frustrated I can't even get my words straight. It's too exhausting to be upset. I feel like it's a blessing every day that you wake up. Because somebody right now is fighting for their next breath. We were blessed to wake up to enjoy the day. But there's people out here purposely doing stuff to make you have an awful day. And you could do everything you could possibly can do to avoid it. I don't care what nobody say. It's hard trying to fight your emotions every which way. Every minute. It's very hard. To not to think about the stuff that's coming and the people that try to intentionally do stuff just so they can satisfy their own need and be selfish, especially if they're narcissistic. Oh, you can forget it. You're dealing with evil people that will never change. Petty as hell. Never change. That's just their character. It's their DNA. It's just their character. They'll never change. You might as well go ahead and do what you need to do to move forward. All I'm trying to do is get my nephew through school and make sure that he's good to go. All the way through. Then he can decide if he want to go back to his mom or not. He always say he don't want to live with her. He just want to visit. He's told several people that. He's told his therapist that. I've asked him only because I want to make sure that he's okay and he's comfortable. And he'll talk about it. Oh, Lord. And you can't reason with these type of people because they always thinking of something negative all the time, or you're always after them. I am grown. I am busy doing other productive things to try to make my life better with my family. I don't have time to be sneaky, vindictive, and to look for things to intentionally wreck somebody's life. I don't have time for that. I'm too old for that. And to deal with somebody that plays little stupid, petty games is very exhausting. And I swear, all this extra stuff that I'm going through, I don't know what it's about. But I rebuke every unclean spirit. Anything that rises up, because no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and my family either. And anybody that's watching this, I pray protection over you and your strength. And I pray that you have the greatest year that you've ever had in your whole entire life. Time waits for nobody. Life is too short. I lost my husband at age 56. I lost my sister at age 45 from bariatric surgery. Life is too short. We lost her suddenly. And ever since then, everything has been in chaos. And when you don't fix the things that you need to fix in the land of the living, the people that you leave behind have to deal with that. It is a burden. It is a total burden. And both of my parents are still living and they're up in age. I'm not talking to my father right now because I've already put a post up that I'm at war with him. Because he need to get himself together. He's another person that I don't have the patience or the time to tolerate him. It's a damn shame that somebody got to be that old. And it's still a bunch of ignorance. I don't have time. I want to bring my mother back to the state to where I am so I can take care of her. She's married to a jackass. She's losing her eyesight. She had some surgery for her back, for her mobility. And I would rather for her to be in the state where her family is so that we're able to take care of each other and to make sure she's okay. It was 3 of us, of the siblings. I'm the oldest. Me, my brother, and my sister. My sister was the baby. She's now gone. Me and my sister always talked about taking care of our parents, but we never prepared each other for losing each other. My brother, we don't have to worry about when it comes to that type of stuff because he'll agree with what we want. You know what I'm saying? But now it's him and I. So now I feel like everything is on me. I want to bring my mother home. She's stressed out completely about her grandkids and the great-grands because it's a total mess. My sister's kids need so much support. She had 4 kids. And you always want the best for everybody. But if they don't want the best for themselves, what can you do? You're fighting a losing battle. I'm tired of dealing with my niece. I love her, but I'm over it. I'm completely over it. Especially if you try to take your son back and you're not really ready and you're not ready. That tells me that you're a selfish individual, you're evil, and I don't want to be around you. And it's so sad because she'll be so spiteful to where I'm not able to see my niece, and I take care of her from time to time, and she's 3. Everybody needs that support. And because of the way that she acts, I just want to go away. I just want to go away from her. I don't even want to tolerate her. I don't even want to talk to her. But yet, I have her son. Now I have to do more fighting. So not only am I fighting for myself, my life with Social Security, the state of Maryland, I'm also fighting my family. I am so exhausted. I'm so sorry that I got on here and I started to rant with y'all, but I got to keep it 100. People will make you really flip out and try to come out your character. But you know what? Every day, I swear, I try to find the greatness in each day. And the fact that I woke up this morning, I can take that as a blessing. Anyway, I hope that you all continue to enjoy your day. Enjoy your evening whenever you see this post. Grab the positive things out of each day. Appreciate y'all for listening. Thanks. This is Auntie Angel. Take care.